Hey guys, I hope you're ready for some decluttering and organizing. I'm actually going to be decluttering and organizing and transforming 3 freezers in my home. And I know it sounds ridiculous that we have 3 freezers, but one is a deep freezer for like bulk meats and that type of thing. Another freezer, fridge freezer combo. It's the freezer that's on the top, fridge on the bottom, was given to us by a family member that's in our garage. And then we have the side-by-side fridge and freezer in our kitchen. So I'm going to be decluttering and organizing all of those, and hopefully I can give you guys some good ideas. I'll walk you through step by step, try to make it easy for you. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm gonna hopefully make organizing easy for you, and I guarantee when you leave this video you're gonna feel good and ready to start organizing. So, hello, I'm Jamie, and I am glad you're here. I am just truly grateful to have you spending part of your day with me. Every week, if you decide to come back to my channel, I'm going to be giving you cleaning, decluttering, and organizing motivation, sharing some easy, simple, easy meals, fitness inspiration, and just sharing the ways that I like to juggle my crazy life with 3 small children and try not to lose my mind. I am certainly not perfect. I just try my best, and I would love to have you guys come back each and every week. I just want you to feel like this is a supportive community where you belong, and you matter to me, and I want to empower you and show you that you're stronger than you realize. But like I said, I'm Jamie. I'm married to Mike. He is my high school sweetheart. We have 3 children. Avery is 7, and then twins Addison and Emery, who are 3. So that's our crazy life in a nutshell. So thank you for being here. And here I was just quickly doing a quick declutter and reorganize of the kids' drawers. It gets kind of gross from time to time. The twins have also been helping me put the dishes away after I unload them. When I'm done unloading the dishwasher, they like putting their dishes away, and of course they kind of just throw them in there. So I wanted to go in here and reorganize it because it had been a couple of weeks.
Watch me, just follow every move, touch me, let me know you want it too. Don't have what you need.
You're probably like, Jamie, why do you have 3 freezers? We only purchased 2. The other garage freezer was given to us, so we obviously have one in our kitchen. The deep freezer we use for bulk meats, fish, chicken, when we get them on a good deal, or we buy them in bulk. And then the garage fridge and freezer was given to us by a family member who got new appliances. We mainly use the fridge for beverages, but of course there's a freezer above it, so it's just more freezer space. So I wanted to organize our deep freezer for some time because this freezer, we lose food in because it's just like a big chest freezer, and we lose food down there all of the time. So what I did was I went and picked up some of my favorite bins from the Container Store. I've been using these for years in our kitchen freezer, and they're just amazing. So I cannot wait for you guys to see the transformation in the deep freezer. It just looks so good. It's way more functional, and I'm just pumped about not wasting any food. I don't want to waste any food. I want to, Food prices are way too expensive these days, so I don't want to waste food, and organizing is definitely helping us with that goal.
Tonight, I want to believe. So keep on coming closer. Keep me hanging on.
So I started out by removing all of the freezer stuff from the deep freezer. We mainly use the deep freezer for buying bulk chicken, beef, and fish, like when it's on sale, and I wanted to group things together. And I knew immediately these extra large multi-purpose bins from the Container Store would be perfect. When I was in the planning stages, like that's right when my mind went to, and they fit like a glove in here. And I've been using these multi-purpose bins for years all over my home. They are my #1 product I recommend when purchasing things from the Container Store. I actually use the medium size in my indoor freezer. I think I did that 3-4 years ago. But I think one of the key things when organizing is labeling. Labeling is so important. Labeling helps keep me accountable as well as the rest of my family when we go to put things away and to keep things organized. And my favorite way to easily make labels is with my Cricut Joy cutting machine. I actually have used this to organize my sister-in-law's pantry, under my sink, the linen closet, and much more all over my home. I'll actually have those videos linked in the description. But that's why I love this machine, because you can use it in so many ways. The Cricut is a smart cutting machine that allows you to create personalized projects with hundreds of materials. It works with software called Design Space that comes free with your machine. And this is where you can create your project and browse from hundreds of images and fonts. And once you've created your design, Design Space will send it to your machine to cut. And you don't have to just use this machine for labeling. There's much more that you can do with it. I decided, well, and one of the main reasons why I love this machine, it's very user friendly, and there's even a Cricut Joy app. So you can use Design Space, which is the free software on your computer, or you can use the app, and the app is just very user friendly and super easy, and that's what I use to make the labels. So I made all of the labels for all 3 freezers, and it probably took me 10 minutes or less to make, and I made a lot of labels. I actually had used a label maker when I did our freezer 4 years ago with the medium multi-purpose bins, and while I was labeling the bins for the garage freezers, I was going to remake the labels for the indoor freezers because I like the Cricut Joy labels so much better because they're clear, and with the label maker it had a white background and then black text, and it looked like a typewriter wrote it. So I was going to make these labels. So I was making these labels for my Container Store bins, and like I said, when you're organizing, you already have enough on your plate. So to be able to make nice labels quickly and easily, I am all about that. So all I did was I cut out the vinyl, I weeded the extra vinyl, and then I put on some transfer tape on the labels, on the words, and then I transferred the vinyl letters to the bins, and then it was time to start organizing. So I had my 3 big extra large bins, multi-purpose bins for the fish, beef, and chicken. And then I got these shallow freezer baskets also from the Container Store, and I put them on top. And the goal here is I wanted a basket. I want something that I could see through, so I could see what was below it. And the goal for the meats in the bottom, I just want to keep those meats and the chicken and the fish in the bottom. And then with these shallow baskets, I can unbox the stuff that we buy in bulk. So maybe from Costco, or if there's a really good deal on something at the store, I can unbox and put in these shallow freezer baskets, and it's great, and they're easy, they're lightweight, so I just grab it out. So like if I need a burrito or some guacamole or fish sticks, I can just like grab that basket really quickly, take it inside, dump the fish sticks in the air fryer, and then bring it right back out. It just makes it so much easier, and I just love being able to see what we have in here. So I had started out, I was going to do the other garage freezer right away, but then really that one we use in conjunction with our indoor freezer, if that makes sense. Like that freezer out in the garage is kind of more of like an overflow type of thing. So I was like, I kind of have to do these together. So what I wanted to do was take stock of everything we had in both of those freezers, pull everything out, obviously moving as quickly as possible because we're dealing with freezer food, and then start organizing in the bins. And again, these are the medium-sized multi-purpose bins from the Container Store. I can attest to how good quality these are because I've had these in our indoor freezer for, like I said, 4 years. So, and they've held up, they're great. And yes, I was just kind of taking stock of what we had and then organizing as much as I could. And I'm going to tell you that when you go to organize a space, this is kind of how I do it. So you're seeing me organize here, and it looks like everything worked so perfectly. I got the correct number of bins. That's not a coincidence. So when you're organizing, it starts before you actually organize. So I had sat down maybe like 2 weeks before this, and I sat down, I took stock of what we had. So when you're organizing a space, first take a look at it. Just look at it with your eyes and just try to say, okay, I know I'm going to get rid of X, Y, and Z, or I know I'm going to keep X, Y, and Z. Like, take stock of what you have, what you're going to keep in that space before you start deciding what organizational systems you need in that space. So take a look at it. And also, like when I'm organizing, say, a pantry or a freezer or a fridge, I like to do it when we have a decent amount of food, because if I do it when we need to go to the grocery store or we're low on stock, then I'm not really going to know what I truly need. So I went after we had already went to the store for the week, so we had plenty of stuff, and I was taking stock of what we had in both freezers, and I wrote it down so I know, okay, fruit is a category, vegetables is a category, protein, and these are my labels and what works for my family, but you may have labels that are different for your family. Like, I'm not a big baker. I've seen when I was researching that some people have like a baking container in their freezer. I don't bake very often, so I don't need that. So just keep in mind what works for my family may not work for you as far as labeling. So what I did was I took everything from that garage freezer, brought it inside, and was kind of consolidating everything and putting things into the proper bins and categories. So like I said, once you know what you have in that space, sit down and make categories, and then go shopping online. That's the easy part. You can do it from home. Go to the Container Store. They have everything that you will need. Also measure. So I had to measure the deep freezer. So when I went online, the Container Store does a great job of having all of the dimensions. So I knew that these bins, like the shallow freezer basket and these multi-purpose bins, I knew that they would fit in our freezers. So measure and then start making categories, and then go shopping online and add the stuff to your cart. It's just so nice to be able to do that from home. And so with organizing, a lot of the work is done ahead of time. This looks so much better, so much better. And there's even like free space, which is great, which we should have free space considering we have 3 freezers. But I am committed to whittling down all of the extra food we have. Prices are way too high right now for food, so I don't want food to go to waste, and we're not gonna do any bulk shopping unless we absolutely need something until we can start using stuff up. But I want to make chicken noodle soup here like maybe next week or the week after, so I'm putting it there as a daily reminder every time I open this up. I have some of like the easy grab and go fish that Mike eats for lunch most of the time. Just want to easy to grab and make really quickly, and I want that to be easily accessible since he makes it for lunch. Fruits, vegetables, breakfast items. We love our breakfast items. Protein, easy protein frozen. And then this is just kind of like a random, always have Italian sausage, but like sometimes, especially in the summer, we'll get like random different types of meats like brats or things like that that we're gonna grill. So I thought this might be like a perfect spot for those like random meats or whatever, but looks so much better. All right, so these are my snacks. So I wanted them separated from the rest of the family. I am very territorial over my Yasso Greek yogurt chocolate chip cookie dough bars. But okay, over here, frozen pizzas, freezer meals. I'm actually due to do some more freezer meals, so maybe I'll do that in an upcoming video if you guys want to see that. But overflow with breakfast, miscellaneous stuff, and then over here ice cream and popsicles, which I had no idea we had so many popsicles in that deep freezer. Like there were so many that were all the way in the bottom. So it's lucky it's almost summertime. We're gonna be eating a lot of popsicles outside, but I just like how it looks so much better. Okay, so this system obviously isn't perfect, but what I think is great is the whole point in all of this was everything will be categorized. So we'll try to keep our bulk meats down below, and then, you know, stuff that we buy in bulk at Costco, we can unbox and put in here. And I think it's great that they have containers, because previously these would get caught all the way in the bottom, or the popsicles. So I think it's good to have them contained. And it just shows us what we have and how much we have of everything. And I think it's great. And you can just like lift these up and get the meat when you need it. And everything that's in here is front and center. I know that it's all the meats in the bottom, nothing else, nothing is hidden. So I think this will be a pretty good system, and I think it'll...
Cause it looks like you're a fallen angel, and wherever you have been now, baby, I don't wanna know, don't wanna fight, just wanna stay in this paradise. If only for a minute longer. So come on, baby, and hurry.
So this was obviously a new day. I just figured I'd throw it in here because I was doing some cleaning. I'd actually planned on doing 2 more days of cleaning. So I was just picking up the living room and the kitchen. It was a casual day. I actually did some meal prep that I did film that I didn't want to put in this video. That will be in an upcoming video, some meal prep, healthy meal prep. But I was just picking things up and vacuuming and mopping. Something I didn't mention earlier in the video when I was organizing the freezers is there was a kitchen inventory list. So as I was going through and taking stock of what we had in each freezer. I was also writing down on a paper, and I will have it linked in the description, and it'll take you to the person who actually designed the freezer inventory sheet. And what I do is I keep that sheet on the side of my refrigerator. So when I'm meal planning, I can glance and it basically tells me what we have or what we need to use up. That's kind of how I use it. You could use it as I need to, keep stock of everything I have. For me, it's like, okay, what are those things that we have excess of or we really need to start using up? So each week when I've been meal planning, I go straight to that sheet and use that stuff up first.
Is this paradise? So come baby and hurt me. Let's see what you got. Hurt me.
There will also be another day of cleaning, and I put in like a blooper. I was cleaning and the laundry room, and Mike scared me. He actually scares me all of the time when I'm cleaning, and I think it's because, well, I know it's because I have my AirPods in, and when you don't have, you can't hear when people come up behind you. And you guys, he works from home, so he's always home, and he always laughs at me because he's like, well, who did you think it was? Like, I'm home. Like, it's not like I was working, in the office and I came over or came home and you didn't know about it. Like, I'm here. But I just think it's that you don't have all of your senses, and he scares me all of the time. And I left that blooper in there because it was kind of funny. But yes, I was just vacuuming and mopping, and in my mop bucket, I had put in 1 teaspoon of powdered Tide and then a splash, like a light splash of Fabuloso. I've been doing that lately because it kind of adds to the scent in the house when I'm mopping.
Knees and bathtubs, what you want? Why don't we just get a place together? Why don't we just get a place together?
So a lot of you guys have been asking for a home building update, and I promise you, when I can give you an update, there will be one. There really hasn't been much of an update. So I think the last thing we knew of, like, they're running like the electrical and doing a lot of the stuff in the walls. So we have doors, we have a garage door, we have windows, we don't have siding yet, we have a roof, that type of stuff. But we're kind of in that in-between stage where, like, it's all like boring stuff, like stuff that you don't notice that there's being progress, like electrical. I mean, that's exciting, but nothing that you really notice. So we're kind of in that in-between stage, and hopefully they can start moving on and doing things inside here soon. But I promise, as soon as I can, I will share with you some updates.
Wake up at your place.
Oh my God, Michael! Oh, you scared me. You're a creeper.
I didn't do anything. I just walked up and just stood here.
Yes. So it actually has kind of become a joke for him. I think he kind of likes it because I freak out every single time he like stands up behind me. But he's like, well, I'm not going to come up and like tap you if you have your AirPods on. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. That would be scary. So he's like, well, what do you want me to do? I'm like, text me, because I get an alert if I get a text. I'm like, text me. But he thinks it's funny. It gives me like a mini heart attack for a little bit. But anyways, so after I cleaned the laundry room, I was moving on to the girls' bathroom. And sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm always cleaning the same stuff over and over. But it's like, this is my life. Like, it's just a circle going round and round and cleaning the same areas over and over. And it's like, as you get, it usually takes me a couple of days to clean most of the house. Obviously, can't get it all done in one day. But it's like, on one day I'll clean maybe like 2 rooms. And then 2 days later, when I'm going to finish cleaning, those 2 rooms that I cleaned 2 days ago are already messy. It's just life. So I don't know if you guys can relate to that. It's frustrating at times, but it's life.
Yeah, you'll be the death of me still. Your medicine. Yeah, I need it. You light my fire just to put me out again. Still I need you. I'm weak for you. Yeah, you. I'm weak for you. Yeah, you. Now I'm trying to let you go, but I'm always losing.
Oh, and I think it was in last week's video, maybe Sunday's video, I had given like a little story time in my voiceover. You guys say you like hearing me talk. And well, some people say they want me to talk less. But for the majority of people say they like hearing me talk because you'll have me on in the background. And I kind of just gave like a story time about my most embarrassing moment. If you didn't hear that, then go back to Sunday's video. But if you guys have any like stories that I could tell, like someone had asked me, what's the most embarrassing moment? It's like, that's an answer that I'm like, oh, I never would have thought of just bringing that up. So I share that. If you guys have any questions like that, not necessarily rapid fire questions like, what's your birthday? Or, where did you grow up? Not necessarily like that. But if you have any questions that I could turn into like a story time for voiceovers, if you guys like hearing that, please let me know in the comment section and I can share more. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know what they want to hear. I feel like I've lived a pretty boring life, which is actually good. Like I'll take a boring life because that means, nothing too crazy. And sometimes you just don't think about it. So if you guys have any like questions, story times, let me know and I can give you some stories in my voiceovers.
I didn't know love could ever feel like this. I didn't know body shivers from a kiss. Now I know it's been so very long. 'Cause it's been forever since I felt anything. I didn't know I would meet someone like you. I didn't know you made me feel.
I have a lot of cleaning supplies and tools, but when it comes to tile flooring, this is my favorite. Now I still love the tin coat using the vacuum mop, the iFloor 2 on here, and the O-Cedar as well. But there is something to me about this tile floor that I feel like nothing gets it. I don't know, there's just something about the feeling of when I'm done steam mopping this tile floor. I just love it. And it kind of works out because really for the most part, except for the downstairs bathroom, it's all the hardwood floor, so I can keep my tin coat and my O-Cedar for down there and then just keep this upstairs, which makes it like really easy to grab and mop when I need to. Plus, like, I feel like the bathroom floors always seem pretty gross. So yes, I love this so much. And in our new house, I think it'll kind of be the same thing. We'll have a lot of hardwood downstairs, and then it'll be ceramic tile in the bathrooms upstairs. So I love a steam mop. It is something that I will probably always have in my cleaning arsenal. So I have a separate basket down here. I'm like throwing all of Mike's clothes in because it usually takes him a couple days to put his stuff away. But I am so curious. I saw this somewhere on social media, and I think that we may be in the minority with this. So I'm curious how you guys handle this. Do you guys, if you are married or you live with a spouse or you live with someone or whatever, like if you're living with another adult, not your children, but if you have a spouse or something, live-in, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, do you do your own laundry, or does like one person do it? Like for us, I usually get it started, but I would say that Mike and I share the duties of folding. And then Avery puts hers away, Mike puts hers away, I put mine away, and I usually put the twin stuff away. I've heard a lot of couples where the wife will do her own stuff, the husband does her own clothes or his own clothes. So I don't know, I'm just curious, like how do you guys handle it in your home? What works? For us, I mean, to me it just would seem so weird to do my own laundry and not do his. But I know that a lot of people do it that way, so I'm just so curious. Now we both, like I said, share the responsibilities of folding the laundry, but we do it all together. So we do all the laundry together, everyone's laundry together, and we put it all away together or on our own. So let me know how you guys handle all of that laundry duty. I know this really isn't that messy, but I just feel like the whole house can never be clean at once, which is frustrating, but I've come to the conclusion it is what it is. I don't know if you guys feel my pain, but it like drives me crazy when I'm like busy cleaning and I just feel like I'm brushing my teeth as I'm eating Oreos. Isn't that the saying? Brushing your teeth and eating Oreos at the same time, like it's pointless. I kind of feel that way, but it's okay. It's all right. It's just life with kids. I'm done. I am going to go ahead and put my laundry away. I actually don't show myself putting my laundry away because a majority of my clothes get hung up with the exception of rolling up a few of my leggings, and I think I only have like one pair in there. So there's really, it's like not exciting to watch somebody hang up clothes. So I'm gonna go put my clothes away, and yes, my bed is not made. It happens sometimes. that's real life, right? Yes, I hope. Yes, I try to make my bed every morning, but we had some cranky girls this morning, so they just weren't feeling it. So I didn't get my bed made, and that's okay. So I am done. Gonna put my clothes away, and I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it motivating. If you like the meal prep and me sharing more of, I guess, this new health journey of mine, let me know down below. But thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are amazing. I'm just truly grateful for you. So thank you for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.